A few years ago, I dropped out of college. Well, sort of. Stopped attending classes, but I kept paying my college fees every year. Why? Because some part of me still believed I'd go back one day. And thank God I did. The time I was working and had a random weekday off. I was scrolling through Facebook when I saw a post in the college group. It said there was an exam the next day. The subject was taught in French, which was a problem because my French was terrible. Then I read something interesting. Foreign students were allowed to take the exam in Arabic. Now, I wasn't a foreign student, and I hadn't attended a single class. I barely knew what the subject was about. But somehow, my brain looked at this situation and said, yeah, let's do it. I found the course notes online, translated them with Google Translate, and tried to understand what the subject was about. The next day, I showed up to the exam. I had a simple plan. If the professor allowed me to answer in Arabic, great. If not, I'd just fail and go home. The exam started. I looked at the paper and I understood absolutely nothing.
Not the answers.
Not even the questions. I just sat there staring at it. Then something weird happened. Student sitting in front of me asked a supervisor about foreign students. She asked where he was from. He said Syria. The supervisor called the professor responsible for the subject. The professor started reading the exam questions in Arabic over the phone, and because she needed somewhere to write them down, she borrowed my paper. My paper. Out of every desk in the room. She wrote the entire question in Arabic, handed it back to me, apologized for disturbing me, and walked away. I sat there looking at the Arabic version of the exam like I just witnessed a glitch in reality. So I answered the questions and submitted my paper. Then I completely forgot about it. 2 years later, I finally returned to college. I was preparing to take that same subject when I checked my academic record, and that's when I saw it. I had already passed that exam. The one I almost didn't take. The one I barely understood. The one I only attended because I happened to see a Facebook post on a random day. Suddenly, I didn't have to take the course again. And more importantly, I didn't have to pass it in French. That experience taught me something I'll never forget. People talk about luck like it's magic, like it just falls from the sky. But luck can't help you if you're not in the room. If I hadn't stayed enrolled, I wouldn't have seen the post. If I hadn't translated the notes, I wouldn't have gone to the exam. If I hadn't shown up, the professor would have written those questions on someone else's desk. The lucky moment wasn't the professor writing in Arabic. The lucky moment was that I was there when she did. Sometimes life gives you a break, but first, you have to show up and give luck a chance to find you.